Hey there, last month I promised you a 6-month review of our market here in Phoenix and Scottsdale. It's statistically heavy, but sometimes we need to get into the weeds to see things clearly. Let's get to it. Here's the straight scoop. The last quarter of 2022 was so depressing. Low inventory, high interest rates, buyer fatigue, seller shock. Things really came to a near stop. So that is where our story starts. Almost every new year has a predictably positive effect on the housing market. By mid-January this year, the 17 largest cities in Maricopa County were all moving in favor of sellers. The final holdout was Goodyear, and it changed direction toward a seller's market on December 26, 2022. Even 3 secondary cities, Apache Junction, Anthem, and Litchfield Park, were moving very quickly toward a seller's market. Contracts went way up in January and February, and March began with continued seller strength, especially in Gilbert, Peoria, Phoenix, Chandler, and Avondale. Paradise Valley, which had stayed pretty darn healthy, took some hits and began to falter. Mid-March, however, saw a slowing in demand because interest rates were all over the place. We aren't surprised by this. Erratic behavior is nerve-wracking in any aspect of life, and buyers fled from erratic interest rates in late March. Let's talk about the doom and gloomers' predictions. They love to talk about lurking waves of foreclosures. In my humble opinion, you need to know 3 things. Number 1, we have equity. Most of us have doubled or tripled the value of our homes in the last few years. That does not equal waves of foreclosures. In 2008 through 2011, we had 3,000 to 4,000 foreclosures a month. In 2017 and 2018, that number was 200 a month. And in April 2023, we had 25 foreclosures. Number 2, multiple offers are back in several markets across the valley, and those buyers who take their real estate advice from loud alarmists and are waiting for the great real estate crash of 2023 have been shocked to find out they have much less leverage as buyers than they expected. And number 3, you have to get your real estate advice from a professional from this market who works in these conditions and studies these stats every day. Our paychecks come when we successfully guide you through these unique markets. A doomsdayer from YouTube or your favorite news channel or newspaper gets paid by advertisers when an audience loves the drama. By the end of May, transaction volume was very low. Supply and demand were historically low, but the listing success rate was extremely healthy. The deals that did come together were solid and did close escrow. The success rate was 83%, which is incompatible with falling home prices. Prices remained far higher than they were before 2022. The rate of increase from January to May could be described as modest, but that'd be a little unfair. A 6.6% rise between week 2 and week 20 is equivalent to an annual appreciation rate of 18%. We'll take it. Now we find ourselves at the end of June 2023. Appraisers don't put much stock in price per square foot, but consumers do. So just for you, in January, the average price per square foot in Maricopa County was $264. Today, it's $287. That's a rise of almost 9% in 5 months, equivalent to an annual appreciation rate of over 20%. I do feel for buyers out there, but hopefully interest rates will go down. Sellers will be motivated by that to list their homes, and we can have some sustained improvement in both supply and demand. As always, give me a shout if you have any real estate questions. I'm happy to have a confidential conversation with you. If you don't have a realtor who studies the market like I do, you need one. Give me a call if you need some help. I'm LRSchneider, and that's the Straight Scoop.